Hello everybody, I'm home. Welcome back to my channel. I'm starting off with this little bouquet that I put on the top of the fireplace in my bedroom. I put silk flowers in it, but you remember the bouquet I got about 2 weeks ago for $1.49 on clearance? Well, those have been out for about 2 weeks and they're drying out, so I've been taking the flowers out of the water and just tucking them into my silk bouquets, and they'll just dry out and stay that way forever. This picture's kind of blurry, but it shows a pink and a darker pink rose. And then this is a yellow rose that turned kind of an amber color. And when you mix them all in with the silk flowers, you really can't tell which is which. Maybe you can, but they say not to use silk flowers in floral arrangements in your house, but I do. I try to find the realest looking ones, and this is in my bathroom. And then while I'm in my bedroom, I'll show you the pillows that actually go on my couch that I'm getting ready to recover to put on my living room couch that now has the white sofa cover with this beautiful fabric that I showed you last time. So I'm getting ready to do that. I'll probably do that tomorrow. And my husband and I were driving around the other day, kind of rainy day, and I was noticing how beautiful the tulips are this year. I don't know if it's just me or if they're always like this, but every yard we looked at had the most beautiful tulips. And this house was kind of overgrown with the grass, but their tulips were just beautiful. Then we stumbled upon this. Guys, this was a half a block long. They had torn down a house on this street and no one had lived in it in 30 years, and they emptied everything onto the curb. And there was a guy looking through it, so I was looking through it with him. And it doesn't look like much here, but when you get inside those boxes, it was stuff from 60, 80, 100 years ago. Some of the stuff was just pure garbage, but I got several things in the form of old books and dishes and just neat stuff. And I'm going to show you a couple of the pieces that I got here in a minute. One of the things was this beautiful hymnal. I cleaned it off when I got home, and it's really pretty. And I got this little duck whose beak is broken, but my nephew just went crazy over it, so I gave it to him. Got this unique looking red basket. It's very old, and like I needed another basket. I set it up on top of my cabinet, and I don't know where I'm going to put it, but I just love it. And I had to clean everything really good. I got this beautiful set of gold salt and pepper shakers, and one of them fell underneath the seat of our truck, and we can't retrieve it. We're going to have to work on that. And then I got these pretty candle holders, and I mean, they were so dirty you couldn't tell what they looked like. And this little crystal footed compote. Now, I got several more things, and they're still in the truck. I've got to clean them, and I'll show them to you on another video. And then we were driving around, and they were having trash pickup day, I guess, and I found this beautiful patio carpet that was in perfect condition. I didn't need it. It doesn't really go with my stuff, but I gave it to my nephew for his patio, and he loved it. Then we found this little royal blue child-sized picnic table, and we got it to give to our niece. Then I'm in the Goodwill the other day, and I find these vintage cranberry to clear tumblers, and they were cheap, and they were perfect, and they had a ton of them, and I did not buy them. I know, take my temperature, right? But, gosh, guys, I have so many glasses and stuff. I didn't need them, but they were beautiful. Then I saw this big, heavy roaster, and I didn't get it despite the fact that every Thanksgiving and Christmas I say, I wish I had a big roaster. But I buy those big aluminum tins to do my turkey in, and I don't have one because I don't have storage room for it, but I loved it. Then I found this Wolfgang Puck 1 quart straining saucepan that sells for about $10 or $20 on the resale sites. I bought it for my sons because they like these kinds of pans, and I brought it home and I just washed it. It didn't need cleaned with a SOS pad or anything. It was just perfect. And they're pretty expensive originally. Then this was a really good buy. It was $9.99 for this big sled. But I have 2 sleds and I have some in my shop, so I didn't buy it. And then someone must have drank a lot of wine. They had bags and bags and bags of these corks, and I know people do crafts with them, but I'm not going to. Then I saw all this sheet music. I used to play the piano. I wasn't very good, but I took lessons. And I used to buy sheet music of my favorite songs. Delta Dawn, You Light Up My Life. I saw this one that was kind of funny, the Bay City Rollers, I Only Want to Be With You. And then I found this teapot. I didn't buy it, but I could see it with pink or white roses in it. It was kind of a jadeite color, and it was missing its lid. But, I bought a teapot last time, so I don't need one. Then I found this vintage, it was about 1.5 feet long basket. Very old and very good condition, had the wooden bottom, but I passed on it. I'm just showing you guys all this cool stuff. Then I went into TJ Maxx in Burlington and just kind of looked around, because sometimes I go in those stores just to look, because it gives me an idea what's in fashion, what's on trend right now. I absolutely do not follow trends. I do my own thing. But if you think about it, all of this stuff that is in these stores at these high prices, and of course these stores are a little bit discounted, people are going to buy this stuff. They're either going to use it, lightly use it, not use it at all, wear it out, but they're going to end up in a yard sale or donated, and that's where I come in. Sometimes, like dish towels and placemats and things like that, of course I'll buy new, but all of this stuff is just trendy stuff, and it'll end up in a thrift store. I see this stuff all the time in the thrift stores for nothing, and so I just kind of strolled around and looked to see what's new, and they did have some beautiful things. I was all over these plates. I thought they were gorgeous. And this pretty glassware for your bathroom. But I find this stuff at the thrift stores all the time, and I just don't like to pay retail. I like to get it on clearance, or I don't like to get it at all. And of course, I loved all this off-white ironstone. I collect that, and I have a lot of it, but I just wanted to show you guys what they had. They had this beautiful teapot that was hard to walk away from because it was on clearance for less than $5. But I didn't get it. I didn't need another teapot. I don't need any more white bowls, but look at all this beautiful stuff. And then they had these bento boxes with utensils. I thought these would be cool if you had to take your lunch somewhere. My boys used to carry their lunch, and I was always looking for creative ways to do it. And then they had these tea box holders, which sometimes I think some of this stuff is just not necessary. You can put your tea boxes in the original box, or bags in the original boxes. Then these were some bamboo covered canisters that were kind of unique and different, and that's how they get you, they get you in there and show you all this beautiful stuff. Now this is all like taco fiesta party stuff. I thought it was beautiful, so I thought I would show it to you. But there again, all this stuff will end up in a thrift store someday, and I can acquire my own set if I want this stuff. They had a lot of taco holders, which I think it's about time somebody comes up with some taco holders. These are little cactuses that hold a taco, and these look like hair clips to me, but somehow they hold a taco. They sold them in a package. This was at Hobby Lobby. And then, like I said, they get you with this bright colored stuff. I usually just buy tablecloths and things like that at the thrift stores, and I cut them up and make my own designs. But if you were going to have a fiesta party, I guess you could go for all this stuff. And then they had these little place card holders, which would be tremendously easy to make. And then these are napkin rings, which are just rings with flowers attached to them, which I've made many of those in the past. I take shower curtain rings and just add flowers to them, and you can make as many as you want. And these were like $3.99 a piece. These were pretty. They weren't glass, they were plastic, but they'd be pretty for outdoors. And I was just going through there and enjoying looking at everything. And these makeup cases really caught my attention. I love to have a big case for my makeup and my hairbrushes and all my stuff. And this is the one that I bought several years ago at Burlington for on clearance for like $4. It's a Nicole Miller makeup case, and it's big, and it sits on my table, and it holds a lot. This was a kind of a leopard print makeup bag that I think was $6 or $7. And I have this one that I've carried literally for 10 years. It's a Victoria's Secret makeup bag I gave 99 cents for. I'm all about the bargains. And I love bling, and this is an eye eyelash curler, but I didn't buy it. And then these shampoo brushes that stimulate your scalp. This was like $4.99, and they have them at the Dollar Tree for $1.25. And I bought one because I use it on my scalp because I have dry scalp, and it really works. Then I saw all these scrubs, and I'll tell you guys, the best scrub in the world, especially for your face, is olive oil and baking soda. Your skin will feel like a baby's butt. I'm telling you, it's wonderful. And then they had a lot of these blushes and eyeliners and eyeshadows. I have a hard time finding the right color blush. They don't make pinks so much anymore. It's always like rust and peachy colors. So sometimes I'll buy one of these. I have one that I've had for years, and I'll take my brush and just skim it over the whole thing and get a little bit of each color, and it kind of makes your own unique blush color. This is actually blush, but sometimes I use eyeshadow. If it's several shades of the mauve and the pink, I'll use that. Then I thought this was funny. Doritos Cool Ranch eyeshadows. I guess it's all the spices and colors in a Cool Ranch potato chip, or I guess, I don't know, but it was kind of wild. So I thought I'd show you guys that. And then, of course, all the scented stuff and all the smells. I love that too, but I didn't buy any because I have my own. And I love all the imported soaps from Italy and Paris. But my friend Wenda makes soaps, and I try to use hers, and I have some of hers that are wonderful. But look at this beautiful box. I almost bought this soap just for the box. I'd keep that little box forever and put something special in it. It was just absolutely beautiful. I'd like to have some wrapping paper like that. Then at TJ Maxx, I did pick up these 2 little trays. They came in a package of 2, and they are tiny little ice cubes that are like crushed ice. That's what they were labeled as, crushed ice maker. And I love crushed ice. It's hard to find. I think Dairy Queen sometimes has it. And you have to pour them, dip them out or punch them out into a bowl or a big plate because there are a lot of them, but it's good. Then I found in a bag at Goodwill for $2 this set of all kinds of little kids' dishes. Those look like salt and pepper shakers. These are little, I guess these are little candle holders. Little tiny plates. They're about 3 inches across. And, excuse me, I'm going to give the whole set to my niece because she'll just love this. But I thought for $2, gosh, you can't go to the Dollar Tree and buy, well, Dollar General would be $5 for just half of that. Then this is my poor garden right now. I took all the bricks off from around the edge of my garden so I could sprinkle my baking soda and vinegar and salt to tame the weeds. So I took all the bricks and put them to the side, mowed real close, and then started putting the bricks back. And the baking soda, salt, and vinegar really does hold down the weeds. And then I'm hoping that soon it'll look like it did last year, like this, and I can sit out there and enjoy my flowers and the birds, and it'll all be beautiful again. Then we power wash our patio every spring and fall, and last year I think we missed the fall because I didn't think it was that dirty, but we started power washing it and it was really dirty. It took me all day. I had to do it twice and use different cleansers, and I finally got it all clean and got all the dirt brushed away, and next year I'm going to make sure I do it twice and not just once. And then I've been drinking a lot of my coconut water. Not coconut, I'm sorry, cucumber. I put cucumber in a jug of water and I try to drink half a gallon a day. It is so cool and refreshing in the summertime, and it's supposed to be really good for you. So I mix that up every day and try to do that. And then I've been on the treadmill, and yes, it took me 15 minutes and 13 seconds to go almost 3/4 of a mile, but I'm working on it. Then I happened to be watching a basketball game the other night, and I caught my sons on there, and I cracked up at how they looked when I took a picture of them. And then I spent yesterday in Walmart Service Center waiting 2 hours to get a light fixed in my car. I'm going to have to get my son to learn to do that. He probably already knows how, but it was a waste of time in my opinion. Then this morning, I like to sit out on my patio and enjoy my tea and magazines and just the beautiful morning, and there's just nothing like it. Now for my book that I would like to tell you about, it's called Villa Decor. It's a 2002 decorating book, and if you like the laid back, easy French country, English cottage style like I do, this book is beautiful. The opening pages are a pretty green toile, which kind of sets the tone for the whole book. And I must have manifested a lot of things out of this book. I've had it for several years, and you can still find it in the thrift stores. I see it a lot, and you can buy it on the thriftedbooks.com and Amazon. But that chair right there looks just like my couch fabric, and a lot of the things I'm seeing in these pictures are things that I have in my house now, and I haven't looked at this book in a long time. I took it out on the porch this morning and looked and realized that, yeah, I've looked at this book a lot and seen things that I wanted for my house. So it's called Villa Decor, and you'll really enjoy it. So I want to thank you guys. We got a lot of stuff coming up this week. I'm working on my Elvis miniature thing. I think I'll do that, cover my cushions, and I got an extra surprise for you this week too. So please remember to try to find the beauty in every day.